Okay guys, we're going to go through how you can use Adobe Illustrator to set up a BoxNet for your digital version of your packaging design. Okay, so I've opened up Adobe Illustrator. That's, if you remember, it's the one with AI, the orange one. And all you need to do is go to File, New, and then when you get to this, if you go to Print over here and view all presets, select the A3 document, and I'm going to select landscape orientation, which I think will probably suit most of you, but some of you may want to do portrait depending on the shape of your box. Okay, so we click on create, and this is what we're presented with. First of all, what I'm going to do is just very quickly go to the window menu, go to workspace, and click on reset essentials, and that will put the menu system back to how it was. So you should have something like this. First of all, we're going to minimize this section. We don't need this if you've got that on your screen. And then your panels over here, the little arrow here, we're just going to click on that and expand those panels. A couple more things we're going to do. In the color panel, we're going to click on the little menu thing here, and we're going to show options so that we get the sliders. And then down here in the layers panel, we're just going to open that up. Okay, right, so first things first, now we've got things set up a little bit more like we want them. Okay, so I'm going to click on the layer name down here. Oops, let's cancel that. Just double click on that. There we go, and rename that layer and call that layer trim. And just press enter. Now, that main layer is going to be the layer on which we do the main outline of your box. We'll be putting all the images and text and colours, etc. We'll put those on a separate layer. Okay, so once we've renamed that layer as trim, we need to start creating some shapes to create the different panels of your box. So, just going over here to the rectangle tool, if you click on that, select that tool, and then just click once rather than click and drag, and it will give you the opportunity to put in precise sizes. So I'm going to go with a box that's, the main panels are going to be 10 centimeters, and you'll notice that when I put 10 cm and click into the next box, it'll change that to millimeters. So it'll go from 10 cm to 100 mm. And I'm going to do height of 12 cm, and then that will create that panel. Now, just using the selection tool up here, if I click off that, you can see what that looks like, and then I can just click that to select it. Now, I'm going to need some more panels to go with that, so the next one, I'm going to do another rectangle, click again to get these sizes up. These panels are going to be a little thinner on my box. Obviously, sizes of yours will depend on what you designed. So on width, I'm going to go 30 millimeters, and height 120. That will be fine. And then if I move that over, you'll see the sort of little guides will click in once you've got that bang on. Alright, now I need another one that size, so with that shape selected, if I press Command and C and then Command and V on the keyboard, it will copy and paste another copy of that panel. Okay, now I need another panel the size of this one in the middle, so I'm just going to click on that one and press Command and C and then Command and V again to copy that one. Move that one over. That's right. Alright, now I need panels to go here. So I'm going to go back to my shape tool, the rectangle tool. I'm going to click again. Now this time I want a height of 30 millimeters and a width of 100 millimeters or 10 centimeters, and that's because that was the width of that first panel that I created. And you should see, if I go back to my selection tool so I can move that around, put that down, that should be bang on. Okay, and I'm going to click on that, press Command and C and then Command and V to do a copy of that shape, and then bring that down and put that into place. Right, okay, so that is almost my main box neck complete. I still need to put the little flaps on that will allow us to stick that down, but I'm just going to move that a little more centrally. So to select all of these shapes with this selection tool up here still selected, I'm going to click and drag over the whole thing, and then I can just move the entire thing so it's a little more central. Right, okay, so I'm going to start by creating a flap for this little section here. So again, going back to the rectangle tool, click, and yeah, it's 100 millimeters width. This time though, it's just going to be 5 millimeters high because it's only for the small flap to help stick it down. So I'm going to put that into place, just move that over. Now, I don't want the flap to be sort of rectangular like that, so if I just zoom in on that, what I'm going to do on this one is go to this selection tool, the direct selection tool, click on that, and just click on the corner of that shape, and that will allow me to drag that corner in. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Okay. And then going back to the other selection tool, the main selection tool, I'm going to copy that shape, so it's Command and C and Command and V. Oops. And that's pasted it down here. I'm going to put that down here, but I need to reflect this because it's facing the wrong way. So I'm going to go to Object, Transform, Reflect, and click on Preview so I can see what's happening. And I'm going to reflect it on a horizontal axis, and you should see that then flips around. Click OK, and move that into place. Zoom in to see if I've got that right. No, that's not quite right. There we go, that's pretty close. Right, okay, so that's the basics of how you create your main box net. This one isn't complete yet, it still needs a few extra little flaps on. You'll need one here, this section, and it will need some here, and here, and here, and here. But once that's complete, that will be then ready to take some artwork on there. Okay.